The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Senators expressed concern over the presence of online scam hubs in the country. Foreigners in the Philippines are allegedly being recruited by syndicates that operate these cryptocurrency scam hubs. During the continuation of the Senate inquiry into human trafficking, an Indonesian with the alias Ridwan told lawmakers that he was trafficked into the country to work as a scammer. Ridwan says syndicates ordered them to use photos of women to attract other foreigners online and later lure them to invest in fraudulent cryptocurrency investments. The victim says that they receive punishments if they fail to find people to scam. Ridwan says he now wonders whether the supposed airport employee who fetched him and the immigration officer who stamped his passport were both involved in the scheme.
When he was stamping your passports, did he ask you any questions at all?
No, we have no conversation.
No conversation. So
Yes.
now no conversation even about being a tourist, about visiting the beaches,
No.
the Philippines or anything like that?
And he connected with the man who wearing apple green.
He connected with, what do you mean he
Yeah,
connected
they
with the man?
interact with eye to eye.
The immigration officer meanwhile claims that he asked Ridwan to present a return ticket. However, there's no CCTV footage of their interaction, as the Immigration Bureau's storage capacity only covers 30 days worth of footage, something that dismayed senators. Lawmakers gave the MIAA, the Bureau of Immigration up to a week to upgrade the memory capabilities of their CCTV equipment. But the BI says they're not making any promises.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I could not commit because for 2023, we have no funds for the upgrading of CCTV. Precisely, we're asking the Department of Budget Management for a special release for the CCTVs.
President Bongbong Marcos vows that the government will continue providing aid to help Filipinos recover from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This as the Health Department reported that the number of active cases in the country breached the 10,000 mark on April 18. The President made the remark while distributing government aid at an event in Bulacan. In his speech, Marcos Jr. acknowledged those hardest hit by the pandemic and assured that no Filipino will be left behind as his administration works towards recovering.
At kailangan naman ay tiyakin natin na ang pamahalaan ay ginagawa ang lahat upang tulungan ang ating mga kababayan, upang tulungan ang ating mga maliliit na negosyante, upang tulungan ang lahat ng nangangailangan. Hindi kayo namin makakalimutan, hindi kayo namin titigilan na alalayan hanggat kayo ay makabangon na.
The Justice Department makes a last-minute effort to present a new witness in one of the drug cases against former Senator Laila de Lima, which is already up for promulgation. Marlene Alcaide with the report.
More than 6 years in detention and facing several cases. This has been the fate of former Senator Laila de Lima. On May 12, one of the criminal cases against a detained former lawmaker had been set for promulgation. But this could be delayed with the prosecution filing a last-ditch motion asking to reopen the case. The prosecution filed an urgent motion for reconsideration before the Muntinlupa RTC Branch 204. They are asking the court to reopen the trial so that the prosecution can present rebuttal evidence through witness PAO lawyer attorney Demitir Huerta. They are asking the court for 1 day to hear the rebuttal evidence. Just to recall, former Bucor OIC Chief Ragos testified that De Lima received 10 million pesos in drug money from inmates in the Bilibid to fund her senatorial campaign. But last year, Ragos recanted his statement, saying he was just coerced and pressured to link De Lima. The prosecution also seeks to present rebuttal evidence against Ronnie Dayan, De Lima's former aide and driver. Dayan testified against De Lima in 2016 but also later on took back his testimony. The Muntinlupa court has yet to announce if the motion would affect the date of promulgation. The De Lima camp, meanwhile, has filed a motion for bail for the other remaining case against De Lima. The The resolution for the petition is expected to be made on May 8. For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Over 1 million records from the National Police Database have reportedly been compromised. Cybersecurity research firm VPNmentor.com said the leaked data include documents of academic and personal history. These include birth certificates, transcript of records, diplomas, police clearance, and IDs of PNP personnel. The report warned that the data could be used to target officers for identity theft, phishing, and other scams. The PNP and Anti-Cybercrime Group said they are now validating the report and assessing its impact. The Trade Department calls for further development of the country's digital economy. For this reason, the government and the private sector have laid out plans to establish more digital services for Filipinos. More details in this report by mobile journalist Pam Vasquez.
Owing to the COVID-19 pandemic boosting the need for e-commerce, the Philippines has been the fastest growing digital economy in Southeast Asia in the past 2 years. Which is why the General Membership Meeting of the Junior Chamber International or JCI Manila, the Trade Department stressed the need to fortify the ICT sector, one of the main areas of digitalization. The country has earned roughly $20 billion in gross merchandise value from e-commerce just last year, and it is expected to balloon further to $100 billion by 2030. In line with this, the Information and Communications Technology Department will launch the eGov Super App. It will be the first one-stop shop platform in the country for government transactions.
So in this app, the national government services is already included. If you want to apply for a pag-ibig housing loan, it's there already. If you want to apply for a salary loan in SSS, it's there already. And then we will also promote tourism.
Meanwhile, for its part, online banking platform Maya is establishing a comprehensive financial ecosystem that will power small and medium enterprises or SMEs in the country. Around 10 million customers have been added so far to their user base as they look to have a more financially inclusive country on the consumer level.
All SMEs will be able to access now a gamified deposit account or business settlement account. You're able to really expand that to all of your suppliers, payroll, and most importantly, you're able to access working capital products there.
Based on data gathered by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, account penetration or the percentage of Filipino adults who have bank accounts is at 56%. However, banking penetration or those who avail of banking services is still low. Only 31% of Filipino adults who have savings store it in their bank accounts, while only 4% of adults have a formal credit account. Borrowing from family members, friends, and other relatives remains to be the main means of Pinoys to acquire money.
Banking for me should be invisible. It should not be about banking, it should be about your personal lifestyle and how banking adjusts to your needs.
Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.